guys? We are streaming live here on the Life of Disdain channel, and today I am going to be doing some commercial music development using Suno AI, and that's what I've got pulled up here right now. I've got actually a playlist of some of my previously developed Suno AI commercial music, and there's a pretty long list of clients, but I just chose some of my favorites that I did recently. And this is all music that essentially I get paid or am sponsored to do for different entities, organizations, etc., etc. So you'll see on this list we got NASA and UFC and the soccer tournament TST and Stock Cold Brew Coffee and Wrexham Football. Some of my favorite brands for sure, and some of the brands that have best supported me in my AI music generation adventure here. This is one of my many streams I'm going to be doing. I am setting up a 5-day stream schedule where every day we'll be talking about something different. And it might not always be the same thing. Right now, Fridays we'll be talking about AI music generation, commercial AI music generation. Yesterday, I was playing Roblox Pokemon Brick Bronze. So, day to day we could be doing different things. The day before that, I streamed me coding a mod for Minecraft 1.16.5 Forge mod. And it's a flexing economy and commodities mod that I'm working on for Minecraft. So, lots of different things going on, but today we're talking AI music generation. So, we've got rewards enabled on this channel, and I haven't got any messages yet, but I look forward to people hopping in here and chatting it up with me while I do this. So, one of the things that I always get a question of is, will the AI generated music replace our standard pop artists and eventually maybe maybe way down the road. Right now, the music that is produced from AI has to be guided heavily, and majority of that really has to do with creative writing, and AI's inability to write concise and heartfelt sentences. There's just some parts of language that AI doesn't fully understand. Now, it can, if you ask it to write something, it can write you something. I could say, write me a pop song about a lady sitting on a bench eating a orange popsicle. Let's do this, right? Let's go over to our create page here. And we're not going to put any lyrics in. We're going to turn off custom mode here. And we're just going to tell it what we want. Right? This is probably the easiest way to use Suno AI to generate music. So let's create a pop song about a woman sitting on a park bench, right? Eating an orange popsicle, right? And let's see just what it comes up with. So it's generating it generates 2 versions every time you use it. And Suno is not a free tool. They do have a free trial, but I pay $8 a month to be able to generate 50 to 100 songs a month or whatever. I forget how many exactly it is. I'll get those details for you later. But yeah, it's actually a good deal, especially if you're doing commercial music like I do. And what I'm going to say is that this doesn't replace good music writing. It doesn't. It won't write the music for you. You need to really still be a good music writer to get this to work on a commercial level, because it's not about the technicality of playing music. That's the complication. That's what generative AI for music really does. Is it will replace the sit-in instrument artist, your guitar player and your drum player, and it'll play those roles for you, but you still have to tell it the role, the direction of the role you want it to play. You got to tell it what to do still. You got to direct it, and I think that's the art in using generative AI is just getting it to do what you want. You'll do a lot of generations, like 50 generations of a song, trying to get it the way you want it. So there can be some complexities in that. So we have generated a song now, two songs called "Orange Popsicle Dreams." That's what it came up with. And let's just look at the lyrics first off that it came up with for "Orange Popsicle Dreams." She's sitting on a bench just passing time. Orange popsicle drips like the summer rhyme. She's got a smile that could light up the dark. With every lick, she's leaving her mark. Now, I don't know about you, but it all rhymes and it all fits with grammatically together. But you can tell there's no real depth to this message. It is about a girl sitting on a popsicle. There's no twist. There's no unexpected turn. Shadows dance as the sun starts to set, frozen in the moment, ain't no regrets. Birds are singing their sweet melodies. She's writing her story with ease. So let's listen to the first version, generated version of the song. So we allowed Suno AI in this case to both generate the lyrics of the song and the music that went along. Now we gave it some direction. The direction was a pop song about a woman sitting on a park bench eating an orange popsicle. And for that minimal of direction, it probably didn't do too bad. So let's take a listen to it.
She's sitting on a bench just passing time. Orange popsicle drips like a summer rhyme.
It's actually
She's
not
got
bad.
a smile that can light up the dark.
It doesn't usually do
With
this
every
good.
lick, she's leaving a mark. Shadows dance as the sun starts to set. Frozen in the moment, ain't no regrets. Birds are singing their sweet melodies. She's writing a story with ease. Orange pop dreams in the heat of the day. Chilling in the park, she's feeling okay. With every bite, she's taking it slow. In her own world, she's ready to glow.
Look, it didn't do bad. I mean, look, it's got the melody and the rhyme and the feeling a little bit there, but the words are just kind of lacking, some
She
depth.
got no worries, just her in the breeze.
And I think that's the hard part about AI is that it's really good at taking what you give it and making something from it and plugging in, random things, making them work. But it's not good at taking a short description like this and elaborating into a story with a twist and conflict and arc and character building and all the necessities to good writing that you need, right? So it's still missing some elements of depth. And when I talk about depth, I'm not talking about necessarily in the music, but more in the storytelling. And good music is good storytelling, I mean, in my opinion. Now, not every song has to tell a crazy story, and this thing can write senseless music pretty well. So, if we just wanted, let's make something even more general, right? Let's say a dance song about feeling good at the moment, right? Oops, I spelled feeling wrong. Super general, right? A dance song about feeling good at the moment. So let's check that out, right? So let's create this one. Now, I'm giving it really, light details intentionally to show you the flaw with AI. And the more descriptive you get with AI, the better result you'll get. And actually what I've found is if you're going to build a song, you build your story, you write your story, you write the song, and then you let AI play it for you. But we'll get more to that later. Right now, let's just see what AI does on its own. We're giving it the most general, simple, sentence and seeing how it, extrapolates on that to create a song. So feeling good now is what it came up with. And let's review these lyrics. Oh yeah. Lights are moving, feel that beat. Heart is racing, can't stay in my seat. Hands up high, groove so sweet, we got rhyme in our feet. Or we got rhythm in our feet. So I should probably be wearing my glasses trying to read this. So look. This is actually much better, and the reason is because we didn't have high expectations of this being an elaborate emotional love song with complex characters like Romeo and Juliet, and an environment of conflict. We didn't have high expectations for those things, so it makes it really easy. And this is what AI generative music is really good at. It's good at taking something that's an extremely simple emotion, and just kind of a lot of repetition, which a lot of music does, especially this kind of music. So let's listen to this. Ooh, yeah, that's a moving through that beat. Ooh, yeah, heart is racing, can't stay in my seat. Hands up high, groove so sweet. We got rhythm in our feet. This is a little corny for me. I mean, eyes all around, I can see how people would like this. Feels so good. I see how some corporate feels so right. Select something. Tonight's the night, pure delight. We're gonna dance till the morning light. Let's listen to the second generation. This one sounds a little better. Heart is racing, can't stay in my seat. I like the pauses. Groove so sweet, we got rhythm in our feet. Say nothing adds a lot. Eyes all around, shine bright. Ooh, yeah, feels so good, feels so right. Tonight's the night, pure delight. We're gonna dance till the morning light. But I feel like AI sometimes tries to say too much. I think that this probably would have been better with a little less. Can't stop moving, no, no, no. Living in the moment, go, go, go. Feel that energy, let it flow. Ooh yeah, music thumping by your way. That was a nice little transition musically, but the impact of the vocals didn't match. You needed a lot more build up vocally and impact with that dropout happened. There's overall some bad production decisions going on here with the AI, which is sad to see, but it takes a while to get to the hold on tight now for today. Just right now, that's where we stay. Alright, so that's enough of feeling good now. Alright, so feeling good now is not making me feel very good now. Let's look at some of the music that I have created. And let's just look at my playlists here, my commercial songs. So this is what we were looking at when we first came in. Let's listen to some of the commercial music that I've created using Suno, and tell me what you think. But I think that this is one of those things that the more you invest into the writing, to the music writing through this process, and being able to coach the AI to do what you want, the better results you'll get. And so I'm going to show you first a commercial that we wrote for Stoke Cold Brew Coffee, and you might be familiar with them. So let's check out this commercial. And we didn't do the commercial, we did the music for this commercial. Hey, be sure to give us a follow, a like, all that good stuff. Keep us going here. Wait a minute, use my prop. That's my prop right there that I use for my live streams for Stoke Cold Brew Coffee. Okay, so let's get out of this. So that was the Stoke Cold Brew Coffee audio song that I wrote, and that was actually completely written. And it's funny because there's very few words in that Stoke Cold Brew Coffee music, but there is a art to the way that music was developed for a coffee commercial. And let's talk about that a little bit more, right? I mean, when you think of coffee, you think of, the vibe of walking into a coffee shop. And with this music, I really needed to capture that. So when I coached the AI, I specifically told it that we wanted this to be a coffee jingle. Now, the way the AI operates, it took a little bit of time to get, and I think I may probably generated 30 variations of the music before I got the music the way I wanted, and then I wrote these lyrics to it. Now, this is that what you saw in the commercial there was a small cut of the original song, just a small snippet that was as long as the commercial was, and we strategically picked that snippet. But here is the full stock cold brew coffee commercial song that was made originally using a Suno AI.
Stock cold brew coffee, not hot, not bitter and light. The flavor is bright. Stock cold brew coffee, not hot, not bitter and light. The
Thanks for coming
flavor
live,
is
guys.
bright.
Talking AI generated music.
Stock
here.
cold brew coffee, not hot, not bitter and light. The flavor is bright. Keep it going. Get your fix through the night and morning. Why drink a coffee that is so plain and boring? Stock cold brew coffee, not hot, not bitter and light. The flavor is bright.
So that was the original stock cold brew coffee commercial that I wrote, song that I wrote for them. And then we ended up regenerating. We did probably 40 generations of this, and I was really happy with this one. I thought this one was great, and we actually used this in a different set. But for the commercial, we ended up selecting our other song, and I thought, you know, both songs went really well with the commercial. But when you watch the commercial, the visual of it, I felt like the song we selected had a lot more impact with the word changing, with the way we were coming in and out of the shots, and the transitions we were making. It was a little bit higher paced, and I felt like it drew a little bit more attention to the product, especially in a high traffic area, like if you're in a stadium, which is like where they primarily sell a lot of their product. So we went with the other songs. So both of these songs, though, were written by hand. I actually wrote all these words myself, and I came up with the theme of the song and what I was after before I even started generating. So I had a totally different approach to using Suno when I went into doing these songs. I didn't take a short, shallow statement and hand it over to the AI and say, hey, look, you write the song for me and you make it up, and you can do that. But you are going to get a song that's lacking depth. And so these songs that I'm showing you here that were written for commercial application were all written like normal songs are written. You have a plan, an execution, a melody. I have all these pieces to it already, and what I'm using is Suno AI to generate that concept. So let's take a look at, let's see, this is something that's a real basic one that was done for UFC Ringside, and let's look at this one.
Born as the champ, mega change the game. Part of the plan to be known by name. Part of the plan to be known by name. Part of the champ that can change the game. Part of the plan to be known by name. Part of the champ that can change the game. Part of the plan to be known by name. When the champion can change the game. Part of the plan to be known by name. On the champ that can change the game. Part of the plan to be known by name. Part of the plan to be known by name.
You can see a fighter walking out to the ring.
Part of the plan to be known by name.
A lot of this music generation has to be
Part of the champ that can change the game. Part of the plan to be known by name. Part of the champ.
You have a specific, let's say, style that you kind of produce, and not every song is always the same, but you have some things that are giveaways to your style. I think that a lot of times we have to kind of step outside ourselves and think of the scenario in which the song is going to be used, especially when you're in a commercial application. So, like, when we were writing for Stone Cold Brew Coffee, we had to think of the person walking into the coffee shop and think of the person that's walking into the football stadium as well, that's going to be purchasing this product. Because those commercials are going to be played on TVs in homes, and it's going to be played inside the stadium, in a higher traffic area. So we had to make some decisions there, and I think that a lot of times when you use generative AI to make music, you get a real advantage in a lot of versions that you can pick from of your completed work, but essentially you still got to write good lyrics, come up with a good, concept and melody that you want to really, move forward with. And a lot of that's just kind of coaching the AI into what you want. If you say like a slow pop reggae ska song, or you're like high energy anthem rap, that's what I mean by coaching. You're giving it specific direction on the type of music, the type of theme that you want, and then and you can narrow it down from there. And then the tools here in Suno even allow you to they allow you to extend an already existing generative version. So if you generated one you really like, then you can create a part 2 or a part 3, or add more to it. And that is some of the pieces that came out 4 or 5 months ago. I think they added that, and it's been great addition. There's also new versions, since some of these were made. You can see some of these were made in version 3, and now some of them were made in 3.5. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with what the TST soccer tournament is, but this is the TST soccer tournament, and it's one of the largest get-togethers of football people in the United States. So it's a really, really fun event that they do once a year. They might be increasing the times they do that, I don't know. But this is the song that I wrote for them in 2024 during the last TST tournament in Cary, North Carolina.
I love me the good tournament of football for my chaps, but let's make it fast and more fair than the FA Cup perhaps. A venue any team can enter regardless of their place, in games that never seem to drag and keep a heavy pace. A smaller field with shorter hearts, and only bring a small player by. Leave your cameras and your flags, be prepared for autographs. I love me a good tournament of football for my chaps, but let's make it fast and more fair than the FA Cup perhaps. A venue any team can enter regardless of their place, in games that never seem to drag and keep a heavy
I
pace.
just realized my
A small field with shorter hearts, and only bring a small clear back. Leave your cameras and your flags, be prepared for autographs. All along, me a good tournament of football for me chaps, but let's make it fast and more fair than the FA Cup perhaps. A venue any team can enter regardless of their place, in games that never seem to drag and keep a heavy pace. A smaller field with shorter hearts, and only bring a small clear back. Leave your cameras and your flags, be prepared for autographs. I love me.
Alright, so I updated the stream information because
but let's make it fast and more fair than
I
the FA Cup
didn't update
perhaps.
it beginning of this, and I'm
Be
new to
prepared
this
for
whole streaming thing.
autographs. All about me a good tournament of football
So we
for
are
me chaps,
listening
but let's make it fast and more fair than the
soccer
FA Cup
tournament.
perhaps. A venue
Big
any
opening
team
song
can
for
enter
2024.
regardless of their place,
Cary, North
in
Carolina.
games that never seem to drag and keep a heavy pace. A small field with shorter hearts, and only bring a small clear back. Leave your cameras and your flags, be prepared for autographs. All about me a good tournament of football for me chaps, but let's make it fast and more fair than the FA Cup perhaps. A venue any team can enter regardless of their place, in games that never seem to drag and keep a heavy pace. I love me a good tournament of football for me chaps, but let's make it fast and more fair than the FA Cup perhaps.
Stock cold brew coffee, not hot, not bitter and light. The flavor is bright.
Alright, there we are. I added some
Stock
more
cold
tags.
brew coffee, not hot, not bitter and light. The flavor is bright.
So AI generated music can create some really quality, and especially commercial applications. Now, I'm not saying that this is for every application. I would not suggest replacing our standard pop stars with AI generated music. That's ridiculous. The pop stars that we follow and we're fascinated and infatuated with, they're not just musicians. There's more to them. There's layers of complexity as people, and that's why we follow them. You can never replace that. People won't get emotionally attached to an AI robot that wrote a song as it will to another individual human being. So I don't think we have much worry about replacing the standard artist. But as an example of a commercial ska love song, I wrote this, and this is my attempt at a pop song, a ska pop song that's generated using AI.
I met you at a party and you seemed so cool, but little did I know you were a lying fool. You played with my heart, you played with my mind, but worst of all, you wasted both of our time. You had a charm that made me come undone, but underneath it all, you were a loaded gun. You twisted my words, you played with my head, but I wouldn't say I ever wanted you dead. Crazy love, ooh, you make me lose my mind. There's something wrong when you lie all the time. Crazy love, ooh, you kept me on the edge, but baby, maybe you finally hit the end. I just wanted your love, but all you gave me was pain, and I'm still haunted enough by the sound of your name. If I had just one wish, it would be for the outcome to change. But wishes are for dead bitches, and I'm still in this game. Crazy love, ooh, you make me lose my mind. There is something wrong when you lie all the time. Crazy love, ooh, you kept me on the edge, but baby, maybe you finally hit the end.
Alright, well, that's enough of that, I think. Okay, so that was Crazy Love. It is a commercial ska love song. When I was asked to kind of make an attempt at doing something that was more pop culture type of song that would get played on the radio, that is what I came up with. I think it's 75%. If I have to judge myself, it's not perfect, but it is something that gets close to making you feel something. But I have a lot of songs that I feel personally that I've written and I've performed and I've done over the years as a rapper that I'm super attached to emotionally. And even though I wrote this song, because I didn't get on stage and sing it, I don't even have the emotional attachment to the song that I would expect other people to have with pop music. And so how can I expect other people to love the song if I don't really love it? And that's where I kind of sit with AI generated music and replacing pop music. I don't think there's any application there that people are really going to get behind. It's a turnoff. It really is. It's not sexy. So let's talk about the applications that are viable for this product. Commercials, short radio plugs, these kind of bit segues, they're all really well done. You can even use background music, like generate great background music for your videos on YouTube or on TikTok or on Instagram. And so far, I've had zero problems with copyright issues or anything like that with anything I've generated using Suno AI. I've used a lot of it for background music on videos and things. Um, Here's the intro to the TST video I did here.
The FA Cup perhaps, a venue any team can enter regardless of their
pop
place.
this over.
In games that never seem to drag and keep a heavy pace. 2 periods of 20 with 7-player teams, then an
Now this is
untimed
a
final
video I
period
produced,
deciding
about
the whole
our
thing.
trip.
During which every
TST.
10 another player
They had
leaves,
5 fields. It was a great
eventually
event.
reducing them to
A lot of the video
single-player
footage I
teams.
got from them was like this. It was really low quality and kind of
It's
sucked,
fast
honestly.
people
But
argue, more fun than
music
in the leagues. The
was
week
very
long
fitting.
football convention known as TST. It's fast people argue, more fun than in the leagues. The annual football convention known as TST.
so we can stop that there. So the TST tournament was a great soccer event. And I thought I created some really fitting music, especially since it was a Cary, North Carolina event. I felt like the guitar, light guitar and kind of, back road melody, almost a campfire song in a way, like a higher paced campfire song. That was the theme I was really going for. And when I got this generation, I was really happy with it. These are the applications, I think, for generative AI music. If you are making commercials, if you're making TV commercials, if you're making YouTube commercials or Hulu commercials, using Suno AI generated music is super advantageous for a lot of reasons. The cost, not having to deal with moody artists, not having to schedule recording studio time, not having to pay audio engineers. The list goes on, right? And I know that eats out a lot of jobs, but it makes high quality, affordable commercial music available to anybody willing to chase it down, with a few little steps. So when we want to create a new song in Suno AI, we can go over to the Create tab here, and I have created pages and pages and thousands of songs, right? You go over to this tab here, and for Create, and the first thing it asks you if you want to do a custom song up here in the top. And that is, whether or not you're going to tell it what to write, like this dance song about feeling good at the moment, or if we're going to write custom lyrics to the song, kind of like I did in these songs. Now, one of the things that's important in Suno AI, and I'm going to actually move my guy over here for a moment. There we go. Because you can't see this right side of all the lyrics. So I'm going to move my guy. That's me. I'm going to move me. Okay, so new to streaming. Sorry, guys. New to streaming. I'm getting there with this. So you'll see in these lyrics that they're actually broken up. An important aspect with Suno AI is you need to give it these cues of when a verse or a second verse or a chorus or a third verse or another chorus is coming into play. You can also add tags like intro and end and bridge, and it has has a good understanding of what these bracketed terms mean. So you'll notice in a lot of my songs they're formatted this way, where I have things broken up, and that's me once again coaching the AI into how I want it to present the music. So between the verses, between the way I structure the lyrics and the style of music hint over here, and we'll move me to the other side again, and the style of music hint over here, between those two things, you should be able to really narrow down the style of music and the words and how the structure of the song is that you want to get. And then it just comes down to doing a bunch of generations and finding the one that really touches you. And that takes a lot of time and effort, and sometimes tweaking the lyrics because, the AI won't want to pronounce something a certain way, or you have to spell it a different way than it's actually spelled because the AI wants to pronounce it in a weird way compared to how it's spelled. All those things can happen, and there's ways to work around those issues. I think that the hard part about Suno is actually just learning how to talk to it. Once you learn how to talk to Suno AI, it becomes really, really easy to do everything that you want, but it just takes a lot of time and a lot of generation. So you saw me earlier. I created an orange popsicle dreams. Let's see here. This song. By just telling it that
She's sitting on a bench just passing time. Orange popsicle drips like a summer rhyme. She's got a smile that can light up the dark. With every lick she's leaving a mark.
okay. Let's pause it there. The theme of the song seems innocent. And when I talk about an orange girl, a girl eating an orange popsicle sitting on a park bench, the theme of that seems innocent. When you add the word lick into the first verse, it's less innocent. And that's what I'm talking about with the AI makes mistakes in context. It can grammatically put things together and understand what's a verb and what's a noun and, you know, how to do an adverb modifier, but it does not understand context of and sensitivity of content. And the gentle nudge that often you do with wordplay to insinuate, to walk around a topic, but to not talk about it directly. You know, kind of like those videos that's, you know, say you're Russian without saying you're Russian. Well, it's kind of like that, you know, it's, you know, talk about the topic without without saying the topic. And that's one of the arts to music writing is it's often dancing around the topic, stepping just around it, nudging people into preemptive decision making. It is crowd work in a way, and the AI just has not gotten smart enough to understand crowd work on that level, on what people are going to be sensitive to, what they're not. It's going to throw, you know, words in there that could be offensive to some, that could drive, and it's not going to do it like an artist would, you know, creatively. It's just going to do it accidentally. So I think that, you know, it really needs guidance. AI can do a lot for you with music, but it needs guidance. It needs direction. So here's a song that I wrote recently about Hurricane Helene.
Raindrops fall on empty streets, lost echoes of hearts that beat. Tide so high, swept dreams away in the night of endless gray. Oh.
Now, that is, you know, it seems like a very emotional song. These songs were generated using AI, but they were very descriptive. When I got into them, I wrote a paragraph. And I think that if you want to generate songs, like just using the song description here, and not going into the custom write your own lyrics mode, you need to be really descriptive and give it as much information as you can. So writing a paragraph here doesn't hurt. If you write something very simple, it will come up with something simple, but it will be corny, or it will feel childish in a way. It won't feel like it has depth, or feel complete, or feel polished. In order to get those kind of results, you gotta really coach it in the right direction. So let's try to give it something else that's a little bit more complicated to write about. A sad ballad about a young boy who lost his parents in a car accident, right? On Christmas. Let's make it. And let's I need to capitalize that probably. Yeah, Christmas 2 years ago. And who now lives with his aunt Cindy, right? Let's give it as much detail as we can. Let's really challenge this thing. Right, Cindy needs to be capitalized. Pronoun. I gotcha. All right. Horrible with the standard. I've got a literature degree, and this is the difficulty. I can't even spell. All right. or do proper grammar, but that's where the computer really assists me. So a sad ballad about a young boy who lost his parents in a car accident on Christmas 2 years ago, and who now lives with his Aunt Cindy, who treats him poorly, especially on Christmas. Right? So let's give it some depth here. Let's make that story have, like, some real meaning, and let's give it something to work with, some meat. Right? So here we go. A sad ballad about a young boy who lost his parents in a car accident on Christmas 2 years ago, and who now lives with his Aunt Cindy, who treats him poorly, especially on Christmas. Right? That's some twists and turns there in the overall story arc. So let's see what it can do with that. Right? Now, I didn't tell what kind of ballad. So if we want a sad, modern, minimalistic. Oh, I hit the limit of the description. Apparently you could only get 200 characters in there. We don't want to break the thing, right? You'll start smoking the computer. Okay, let's create it. Let's just do it. A sad modern ballad about a young boy who lost his parents in a car accident at Christmas, lives with Aunt Cindy, and now she treats him poorly, especially on Christmas. Right? Let's see what AI does with that. Write a song about a man that's so strong. Whatever. Let's see. A Christmas Without Snow. That's what it gave us, A Christmas Without Snow. I'm anxious to hear this one. This could be enticing. Let's see what the AI gives us, right? I mean, it can't hurt. I mean, we gave it a whole paragraph. So it gave us 2 versions, both using 3.5. We didn't give it an exact genre of music. I did that intentionally, just to see what it kind of came up with. Let's move this so you guys can see the lyrics.
Frosted windows painted blue, empty stockings 1+2, silent echoes in the hall.
Alright, I'm not exactly against the words it's written so far, but I'm really not happy with that generated voice. It just seems very flat and vanilla to me. I'm going to listen to the second one. Let's see what this one sounds like.
Frosted windows painted blue.
Yeah, later on. I'll talk to you. I'll call you back
Stockings 1+2. Silent echoes in the hall. Love is missing in the wall, and Cindy's words are icy cold. No room for warmth, no hand to hold.
Alright, so look, still, once again, the words are not bad. Even if I was going to keep this, I would take this and change up the delivery of the story. I would make more of a story out of it. The frosted windows, painted blue, empty stockings, 1+2. It's not a good start for me. It doesn't draw me into the story. It doesn't give me any real depth to it. Love is missing, hit the wall. All that is, it seems very vanilla and plain, but even worse is the way it's being performed, and that's what I think really bugs me here. So let's try to generate this again. Let's do 2 more generations of it. And this is what you gotta do sometimes with, music AI, is you gotta try to get it to generate the tone, what you want out of it, I don't feel like that was capturing it. So let's look at Silent Tears here. First, let's look at the words. 2 years since the world turned cold. Now that's better. Lights fell silent, stories left untold. Christmas tree, a ghost of golden glow. Lonely heart with memories to stow. I don't like the word stow to end a phrase. I mean, it's tacky. It's tacky. Okay, but let's listen to what it generated vocally. Let's listen to Silent Tears 1. Here we go. Maybe they'll impress me with the voice.
2 years since the world turned cold. Lights fell, silent stories left untold.
No, not really. Let's listen to the other one. Now you can't specify male or female, and it generally does.
2 years since the world turned cold.
See, I like this one better.
Lights fell, silent stories left untold. Christmas tree, a ghost of golden glow. Lonely heart with memories
Hey
to
guys, be
stow.
sure to give a follow, a like, and open
On
up the chat.
Cindy's house
I'm
feels
watching
like
the chat.
crying
I'm not seeing anything, but I'm keeping an eye out.
beneath the mistletoe where shadows crawl. She ain't the fairy in the tale I know. Her words cut deep like winter snow. On Cindy's house feels like crying walls.
Alright, I didn't like that transition.
Beneath the mistletoe where shadows crawl.
Yeah, no, that step up was bad. We're not even gonna go on that. Okay, so you can see, even with a good sentence, it struggles with the complex nature of the story. It doesn't understand how to put together the story in a way, and it's because this is not something it can look up on the internet. It can't look up a sad modern ballad about a young boy. It can't look up, about a young boy that lost his parents in a car accident on Christmas 2 years ago and now lives with Aunt Cindy, who treats him poorly, especially on Christmas. The reason is because there's not a lot of information about that topic online that it could search to, that it could, get from compiled information, already known things. It requires real invention of the story, right? And that's where the complexity, that's where the catch is with AI generated music, is you can give it a simple task and it'll produce something vanilla and acceptable, but it's not really good at taking a real complex story with a real arc and complex characters and putting that in there. Because look, you can only put 200 words in here for the song description. I didn't even know that. But you can only put 200 words in here, or 200 characters in here for the song description anyway. So, you've got to be able to, in my opinion, if you're doing the commercial side of this, and if you're not doing stuff that's like real simple for like UFC, then you probably need to be writing the songs by hand using custom mode up here. They also have this new feature where you can upload an audio track, and I haven't tried this. Maybe next week on my live stream I will try to upload an audio track and see what it does, because it supposedly will make a cover. And I've got a lot of rap songs that I did. You guys can check out my profile here on Twitch, but the links there lead to my rap music and to my resume, and you can see who I am and what I've done. I think that I'm going to try to run one of my songs from the mid-2000s through it. And we're gonna see if it can make a cover of one of my rap songs. Now I've got a couple of them that are, I would say, lyrically challenging would be lyrically challenging for the AI because there's a lot of wordplay in them. And then I've got a couple that are fairly, they're more simple, and I think the AI might actually do a good job with. So I think next week during our AI music live stream, we will be feeding those songs into Suno AI here using this upload audio feature, and we will be seeing what it comes up to replace me with, and to actually create from my music, right? So let's go back over to my library here and my playlist. We'll look at my commercial songs. So far, we've listened to the UFC ringside theme, which
Born
is
as the champ, make it change the game. Born as a plan to be known by name.
this was written using
Born as a plan to be known by name. Born as a champ that could change the game. Born as a plan to be known by name. Born as a champ that could change the game. Born as a plan to be known by name. Born a champ that could change the game. Part of the plan to be known by name.
I just
Born
wanted
a
to
champ
see
that
the
could
anthem,
change
and
the
when the
game.
fighter came
Part
out,
of
he
the
just
plan
tried
to be
that song. Then we've got the soccer tournament song.
I love me the good tournament of football for my chaps. But let's make it
And
fast
this
and
was
more
for
fair than
TSD
the FA
2024
Cup,
in Cary,
perhaps.
North Carolina.
Venue any
The
team
tournament
can
theme
enter
song.
regardless of their place. And games that never seem to drag and keep a heavy pace.
Then we have the stock cold brew coffee, and actually the stock cold brew coffee 1 and 2 commercials. This is one. And so this was the one we went with in the end. This was the finalized version.
Still cold brew coffee, not hot, not bitter and light. The flavor is bright.
Okay. So that's the first one. Then we had the second Stoke Cold Brew Coffee song.
Stock cold brew coffee, not hot, not bitter and light. The flavor is bright.
Which was the second variation. And then we had Crazy Love,
I met you at a party,
which was my take
and you
on
seemed
a
so
commercial
cool.
pop song generated by AI.
But little did I know you.
So let's look at some of the other songs. Let's look at the song that I did for the NASA Deep Space Food Project because it was kind of wild and out there. And the song was about growing plants and mushrooms in space without light. That was the task I gave the AI, and I took a lot of
In a
writing.
world devoid of daylight, in a cosmic void so
Here is
vast,
the
we
lyrics here.
cultivate a garden as time passes us too fast. No sunlight, no sunshine, yet we make our plants still thrive. With technology and science, we can keep our race alive.
Alright, so there it is. This is the Deep Space Food
In
Project
this zero
reggae song.
gravity
For the
garden,
second place
where
guys,
life can dance
Team No
and
Lux,
grow.
my other
We harness
company, Liquid
electricity,
Fungi, which I'm
a
the
secret
chief
we
science
can
officer of,
show.
and also a
With
mycologist
chemistry
that
and synthetic
we
soil,
wrote
we
these songs
sustain
for the NASA
different
Deep Space
types of
Food
life.
Project
in this
Team No Lux,
celestial
who ended up winning
oasis
second
where
place,
we
but
can
also
surely still
provided
survive.
tons of
Cosmic
blue oyster culture, which they used
horticulture
for their
is
testing.
in a space so
Soda culture
redefined.
that they used in
No
their
sun,
testing
no light, but our
for their
garden's
project
still
to win
alive.
second place and $250,000,
We'll grow
$250,000.
plants in outer
Congratulations to you guys, Team
space
No Lux.
where no
Love
one
you
else
all.
on
Andreas,
earth
love you
has
guys, man.
tried.
So,
New science and
we've been heavily involved in
innovation,
those
we'll
views. We
see
love them,
the
and we
galaxy
totally support their
in
project
time.
and the NASA Deep Space Food Project. So, check that out if you have not seen it. Team No Lux. NOLUX. So this was for their display.
champ, nigga, change the game.
In a world.
So that was for their display up in Ohio during the final judgings. We wrote 6 songs actually for them, 6 different variations of that song using generative AI. And the whole purpose of it was to kind of show off generative AI's capabilities and our ability to grow food out in space, and just trying to put a bunch of new cutting edge technology out there that people haven't seen all wrapped up into the project. So it was really fun. Our laboratory, Liquid Fungi, got lucky in getting involved with those guys, and we were more than willing to help them out. They're part of UC Riverside, and they're a great team of people making real leaps and bounds in our field of study. So go Team No Lux, NASA Deep Space Food Project. Thank you guys. All right, so let's look at some of my favorite football teams songs that I have written for my favorite football team. For Wrexham football, Wrexham AFC of Wales. Absolutely love this football team, and I've written a lot of songs for them. I picked my 3 favorite ones, and these songs go back to at least let's see, a year ago. Well, some of them are a year ago, some of them are this year, some of them are even more recent. Let's see, like the League One song, and Here We Come is more recent. The women's team one is a little bit older. So these are more recent ones, anyways. Let's check out my favorite one of these, which is League One. It is a punk song.
So after
When they
injury,
got promoted
the
to
old
League
Mullen's
One.
back. Barnett finally had his goal scoring attack. McLean got caught in right after coming back from a yellow card suspension for 2 games in the past. Wrexham AFC, we're the ones you wanna see in the game, pushing the competition.
Still have no messages.
Life
Wow.
with belief, along with our Netflix stream, plus clever merchandising.
I think I messed up when I started this stream and got under the
Now we're back
category and tag and everything.
League One, League One. Yeah, we're back in it. Unsung heroes fill our team, and Cannon and Ellie Lee are everywhere inside the midfield, just like magic. But even if they get it through past O'Connell and the crew, Okonkwo will push forward and finally save it. Which ones you wanna see in the game, pushing the competition, alive with belief, along with our Netflix stream, plus clever merchandising. Now we're back in it. Now we're back in League One. League One, yeah. We're back in it.
Alright, that was League One. And we'll do the women's team, which is kind of a comedic one.
We might be women, but we're warriors.
And this one will wrap
And
it up
when we're
with, folks.
fun
This
and
is
mad.
Disdain, the
But if you blink,
AI
then we will
music,
score on ya.
generating commercial
Not
quality
knowing
music
what
from
struck
Casino
you
AI.
then.
Live
The
stream
challenge is
happens now
accepted.
every Friday night at 8
The writing's
p.m.
on the walls.
I'm sure I have
We
no
are sweet,
viewers,
but we are
and I really don't
dangerous.
give a shit.
When we kick your club in the balls. Wrexham, here we come, all warriors of the pitch. The more you press, the more we strike. No, we never miss. Wrexham, here we come, warriors of the pitch. The more you press, the more we strike. No, we never miss. No, we never miss. Wrexham, here we come, warriors of the pitch. The more you press, the more we strike. No, we never miss. And no, we never miss. Rosie Hughes is breaking loose. Phoebe Davis holds them out. While Captain Kieran Allen takes opponents to the ground. Fuller stops
Now
the
you
middle
can
rush.
see all the
While
crap in
Money
the
grabs the
background. Though. I don't really like
ball
that.
and kicks it
I'm
over
trying to
the
figure this whole
shoulder.
streaming thing out
To let
still.
the pass
But I
the
put it
ball.
down
No, we
here
never
looking up at
miss.
me. It makes people weird
Wrexham,
right there.
here we come, warriors of the pitch. The more you press, the more we strike. No, we never miss.
So I'm just trying to
No, we
find the
never
best
miss.
way.
Wrexham, here we come,
Not really
warriors
happy with
of the
any of
pitch.
these.
The more you press, the more we strike. No, we never
I'll
miss.
figure it out eventually.
And no, we never miss.
So I will figure it out eventually. And that's it, guys. I'm going to end this live stream. Well, mainly because nobody's even watching this damn thing anyway. And next week, next Friday, maybe we'll get a few more people. You know, somebody might actually even send me a message over in this thing. Anything's possible, guys. Anyways, thanks for joining the live stream, or not joining the live stream, or whatever. I'm getting out of here. Disdain, Liquid Fungi, AI generated music, creating quality music using AI generation with Suno. I will do it again next Friday, and maybe we'll get a better response. Who knows?